Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today we're working on our 2007 Suzuki GSX-R1000. What are we doing with it? Well, today we're going to diagnose a no start condition. So you turn on the key, I can hear the fuel pump charging up, push the button, nothing happens. So let me go grab a couple of tools, we'll get the seat out of the way, see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, this is going to be a skill level 1, so it's really not going to be that tough. Now, what kind of tools are we going to need to get into this? Well, you need a couple of different ratchets, 3/8 and a 1/4 inch. You're going to need a 4mm Allen, 10mm socket, a decent Phillips head screwdriver, and a soft blow hammer. Now, the other things you're going to need to invest in is to at least get a decent voltometer so we can get an accurate reading as to what the battery's doing as far as voltage goes. And if we want to take a little bit deeper dive, well, you might want to invest in a battery tester, because what this actually does, it tests the battery's condition based on what type of battery it is and what size the battery it is that's in your machine. Other than that, if you would, reference our exploded diagrams. That'll tell you a couple of points that you'll need to get to remove the seat. Pretty simple to do, but those diagrams really give you an accurate picture of where to go. So once you've got your tools together, we can go over to the machine and I can show you how to get it done. All right, let's grab our tester and see what kind of voltage we're getting out of this battery. Just put it to voltage DC. Let's just do a static check with the machine off. All right, 11.62. Well, that's about a volt less than it should be. Let's see. Yeah, just flipping it on drops it down to 9 volts. So this isn't looking very promising. Hit our starter. Yeah, it's only ramping up to about 10. That's not even enough to flip it over. All right, let's dig a little bit further. What we're going to do is disconnect it from the machine. And actually, we're going to be hooking up a Yuasa battery tester and see what's going on in there. All right, it also agrees that there's 11.57 volts. And this battery type is an AGM, and it is going to be a 12 amp hour. Let's see what she comes up with. And it's saying bad and replace. So this one is definitely done. Not a real shocker. We pretty much saw that coming. So here's what we need to do. Go ahead and pull this battery out, take it to the recycler. I'm going to get a new one off the shelf, get it serviced up, get it charged, and then get it back in the machine and see where we end up. All right, here's our new battery. And this is the electrolyte that needs to go in it. All right, get this cover pulled off. The way you do this is this cover right here comes off, but don't throw it away, because once we get it filled up and charged, it will actually go in here and we'll push it down into place and that'll seal the battery up. So take this, just push straight down. What it's doing now is it's drawing in the electrolyte and it's actually filling up the different sections, which I believe there are 6 in here, and getting absorbed in that glass mat. And that'll charge the different cells that are in this battery. So that'll take a few minutes. Don't rush it. Don't poke holes in it to make it go in there faster, because the gas mat can only absorb the fluid at a certain rate. So let it go all the way in, let the battery sit for another 10 to 15 minutes, then we can put a charge on it. All right, we've got our electrolyte in there. It's set for a while. Let's go ahead and hook up our charger. And this is actually a smart charger. Do yourself a favor and don't use one of those just transformer-based ones. They've sold at Sears for the last 40 years because they can't modulate or take into account the ramp of the battery actually charging, and you can actually damage your battery by overcharging it. So you want to get a good charger to do this. All right, we're going to flip this on. Shows that we're charging, and it'll actually light up that green one when we're finished. How long is that going to take? For this size battery, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I guess we'll see. So head off, do something else. Don't try to rush this. Don't try to cut it short. Let it completely charge the battery. Then we'll get it back in the machine and see what we see. All right, our charging sequence is complete. Now we want to go ahead and seal this one up. And just for kicks, let's test it. 13.07 volts, battery type 12 amp hour, charge state 98%, battery health 105. I don't think we can get much better than that. All right, so she's good to go. Let's get her in the machine and see what happens next. Got our terminal threads in. Let's go ahead and do the positive first, then our negative. All right, this particular one has 8mm bolts on it. Good to go. So let's flip it on and see what we got. All right, fuel pump's priming up. That's good. Got our run switch, clutch pulled in. Let's see what happens. Well, all right, at least she starts, although that did sound pretty rough. So I think we've still got some more work to do on this particular engine. All right, well, if you need any of the parts that we used, why don't you find us at Partzilla.com and we can get you taken care of. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, we just want to say thanks for watching.